Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. I am VeerajaR.
And I'm David M. Harris. We hope you'll enjoy the poems we'll be reading today, poems written by your friends and neighbors. We start with Having Tired of Recent Stories by Jeff Hardin. Tumble on over, bag in the wind, out of my yard and beyond. I just might follow. And squirrel who can't stop dancing on dry oak leaves, that's my kind of music too. Last night I felt like weeping for the many who died this week. So I turned the coverage off and watched the ivies green. Worthless grief, but what can I do? I knew no names. Hawks chase each other down the driveway, squalling, veering through overhanging limbs. I've read all the poets, and none have caught that sound or swerved their lines as well. We're here together for a while because we've seen so much no one person can grasp or bear at all. We shield each other so the light won't clutch us, fill us, turn us out into the dust. After the giant wave, some loved ones we know will not be seen again. I still have hope, a stunned survivor says. So quickly then, prayers begin to lift for her, and now this one.
Her Cosmos by Annette, Sisson. They built a cottage from the forest growth, consecrated through rituals of mourning, routines of seasons, leaves, dropping, budding, greening, sealed by the thick mud of their life's steep slog. Now at dark, he lifts her from chair to bed, sees the last of her. Tomorrows emerge from the trees, the deer gathered grazing in the front yard, nipping the tips of the fig trees. And he knows when they come again from the undergrowth, rising from their wild nests, come to taste whatever new has grown. She too will rise, carrying a loose bouquet of cosmos, like those she planted beside the porch, some droppings silent on grass, as she retreats into mist and branches, a veil of darkening shimmer.
Surrealism by Franchesa Kirkpatrick. Salvador Dali painted lovely bodies and dolls. Dolls and bodies in walls and windows glowed, within dreams of melting clocks endlessly ticking. The mad artist feverishly created jewels that moved like bodies. Look at what Dali did, people would shout. That mustache was even art on the face, walking. Oh, how Dali loved to create imaginary illusions. Bodies are everywhere in his paintings, crawling ants, elongated elephants, and odd scenery. In Figueres, Spain, Dali built his own museum. It eventually became a place for his own body and housed his body of work inside those walls for all to see. Never miss a chance to explore surrealism.
Clockwork, written by Catherine Moore. Such an uninformed woman in need of an atomic rhythm. Each day rolled bright to dark, without a stretch of sky or thought. The invisible now restrained, timely as pollen pushes stem, to elasp into color and wilt again.
And the poem of mine, Renee Bodner by David M. Harris. Dear Renee, 20 years ago, I wanted you to come to my wedding, my first. Your father said you were in Israel. I got your address wrong or you ignored my letter. Now Google says you're back in America. And I wondered who and what you've become. We're all different, people now. Amen. But memory still connects. I remember that kiss in Janet's kitchen. You heard about Janet, 5 years dead now. With all its aftermath, that cooled at last. Even more, watching MASH together, grainy on Channel 5, apart in our apartments on the phone. So much is different. Now, I never watch TV. I never lasted long in film, in the craft you taught me. Just like the novels I haven't written and the letters. I do remember more of what I learned from you. I did go back to school. I learned to revise my words, my life, all changed. Different people, us. Only memory connects. Could it bridge a 20-year chasm? Could a letter or a poem?
The Lost, written by me, VeerajaR, from my book, Joy of Being. And this poem is dedicated to all victims of mass shootings. What makes a heart so very lost, that blinds wide eyes so shut, of what angelic little faces so pure might only levitate, but shot no more? Then to blame, we too failed to see the lost heart that failed to feel. Averted eyes were ours too, when diverted rage get innocence slain. What blinds our eyes so shut, that we fail to feel for hearts so lost? What makes a heart so very lost, that blinds wide eyes so shut? Thank you for watching Poets from the Neighborhood. We hope you join us again soon.